consumption versus investment. When we talk about consumption, consumption simply means we are consuming. We tend to put our efforts, or we channel our efforts in production of goods that consumers will only take. So we're not thinking about the future. We think about everything that needs to do with demand. That's consumption. So if an economy is channeling its efforts in the production of consumer goods, it means the growth potential for that economy is reduced. Do you get what I'm saying here? We only think about consuming. That means aggregate demand will increase. If our aggregate demand increases because of that, then what happens in the future? Because in the future, it means we would have used all our resources because we continue to consume. We're not thinking about increasing our wealth. So consuming now means the future is not. It's not going to be easy. So an economy should decide to invest in capital goods now to consume later than consuming now and forget about capital goods. Do you get the point here? So here I go, consumption. There is a conflict between consumption and economic growth. When an economy channels its efforts on consumer goods, it simply means aggregate demand will increase in such economy. But how long can they last? How long? It's going to be for a short period of time. Because the economy is not thinking about increasing its output. Rather, it's thinking about consuming its output. Are you guys getting what I'm saying here? The economy is there, the resources are there, the outputs are there. But if the economy is channeling its efforts into consumption, it means the resources that are available will be consumed. So the growth potential for that economy is minimal. That's about consumption. Do we understand consumption? Do we all understand consumption? Yes. Great. Then, for investment, if the economy is trying to invest, it means the economy is channeling its effort in the production of capital goods. And what are capital goods? Capital goods are goods that help us to produce other goods. Electricity, infrastructure, technology. So if an economy is doing this, it simply means that in the future, there will be more output for that economy. So the growth potential for an economy that invests more in capital goods is likely to be higher than an economy that is investing in consumer goods. That is the point they're making here. Do we get it or not? So if you are investing in consumer goods, the growth potential for your economy would not be the same as an economy that is investing in production of capital goods. Because capital goods are goods that increases output. Consumer goods are the goods that reduces output. Is it clear now, please? Great. That takes us to efficiency. When we talk about efficiency, efficiency simply means reducing your cost as much as possible. You are able to reduce your cost. And if you are able to reduce your cost in the cost of production, it means you are doing well. So efficiency can be either productive efficiency or allocative efficiency. All in all, production is done. So in the cost of producing a good or a service, if you are able to reduce your cost to the maximum, to the minimum, then it is productive efficiency. Do we understand productive efficiency here? It means during the course of production, you are able to reduce your cost to the minimum. That means you are productive efficiency. Do we understand productive efficiency? I'm going to repeat again. Efficiency simply means you are able to reduce your cost during the course of production. So when you are producing, your cost is expected to reduce. If you are able to do this to the minimum, then you are efficient. That is what efficiency is. You are able to reduce your cost. You are able to produce quality. In the course of producing, your cost is reduced. That is efficiency. Do you get efficiency? Yes? Cost is what you put before you sell. Cost is the amount you spend in the production of goods and services. So whatever you spend, this is a product, right? Whatever I spend in producing this product before I sell is a cost. So if the cost is increasing for producing this, then without being able to sell at the higher price, my profit would reduce. So definitely all firms, all businesses should be productive efficient. They must find a way to reduce their cost as much as possible. If you are not doing that, your competitors are doing it. If your competitors are doing that, then what happens? You would lose out because your competitors will be able to sell at a reduced price. Then customers will stop buying from you. So every now and then, a business, a firm should ensure that it's able to reduce its cost. Cost is not good for a business. So if you are incurring more cost, it means the possibility of making more profit is reducing. And before you know it, you are out of the market because your competitors are doing well by being productive, efficient, which you are not. So it is important for every business to reduce, stop that place. It is important for every business to reduce its cost, to remain competitive. So cost is something that has to be reduced as much as possible. It has to be the minimum so that you can compete with your competitors. If your competitors are able to reduce their cost and you are unable to do that, then you won't be able to compete with them because they will be able to sell at a reduced price. Customers are conscious about prices, so they go to them. Then you are losing out your customers.
Just to give me an example how to decrease the cost.
One way to reduce your cost is to find cheap suppliers. Cheap suppliers. Negotiate with them. So don't just get stuck with one supplier. Check, explore, see which supplier will give you the lowest possible price.
Also, like cheap raw materials.
Yeah, you get your, thank you, cheap raw materials. But raw materials will come from your suppliers too anyway. Reduce your overheads. Your cost of production, reduce your overheads, cost of electricity, workers that you don't need, while keeping them. So they are
Hire people with multiple skills.
yeah, multi-skilled workers, thank you. When you hire people with different skills, they help you out. Instead of employing large numbers of people and they're not going to be so efficient. So there are different ways you can reduce your cost. Employ skilled workers, that improves your cost. Invest in technology, that reduces your cost. Though technology in the short run is expensive, it's high, the cost is high initially, but in the long run, it will become cheaper. So these are ways to reduce cost, but all in all, you have to reduce your cost as a firm. Not only the firm, the economy also has to reduce its cost. Because if the economy is unable to reduce its cost, then we, the population, will have to suffer. Because prices will continue to soar. Do we get it, please? Any question about productive efficiency?
No.
So productive efficiency means, please ask questions more. Productive efficiency means the economy is able to produce with the minimum cost available. If an economy is, a firm is productive efficient if it's able to produce at a reduced cost. That is efficiency. Is it clear? Is it clear, please? That's productive efficiency. Then we go to allocative efficiency. When we talk about allocative efficiency, it means allocation. And allocation is simply giving the right people the right product. Yes or no?
Yes.
Allocation simply means giving the right people the right products. So if you are able to give the right people the right products and they are able to, they were satisfied with that, that is allocative efficiency. So allocative efficiency simply means the production has been able to allow consumers to maximize their welfare. And welfare means they are happy. You are able to give them what they needed at that point in time. So when production is done and consumers are happy, then there's allocative efficiency. It means you are able to give the product to the right people at the right time. So production doesn't end only on your cost, reducing your cost. It also has to be, to go into consumers. It has to be transferred to consumers by making consumers to be happy in the course of their consumption. Do you understand the efficiency here? So efficiency is about reducing your cost, making consumers happy. Any question about it? And the last thing is choice, which we did already. We talked about choice already. Choice comes as a result of scarcity. So there's going to be opportunity cost. So everything we've talked about today is on PPF, which is the combination of goods that an economy can produce if all resources are fully utilized. We talked about economic growth, which means the economy is able to produce outside the PP curve or the PPC. That means there's an outward shift in the PPF. And what are the reasons why we could have an outward shift? We talked about increase in the quantity of the resources and increase in the quality of resources. Increase in quantity of resources is simply on the raw materials and advancement in technology. Increase in the quality will come through improvements in education and training. Yes or no? So that is PPF. Any question?
No.
We're done.